Now, y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess, so let's get into it, you guys. What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Sunday, and I intend on doing the exact same. Now, before we get into today's mess, let's talk about what we got coming up on the horizon. Now, as you guys already know, that the Whether You Like It or Not panel airs tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and it will be on Simply Sakina's platform. Tune in as my bestie and little bro, Josiah's World TV, makes his appearance for the first time this season on the panel. All right, it'll be all six of us together finally. Okay, he's back from his hiatus and he is ready to go. All right, so make sure you guys tune in to that. Also, make sure you guys tune in later this summer for Boys Night Out. We are definitely getting ready to plan this show. We intend on giving y'all the best show possible, a fun show, a show where we can have fun, laugh, even get into some personal stuff, talk about some real life topics, just all things Boys Night Out. So we will be returning to Boys Night Out in late August, no later than September. So get ready for that. Also, Thursday night is Chasing Dallas night. So you already know that the part 2 of the reunion will be airing on Thursday. And right after the show, we will be going live. Myself, Terrence, Jamara, Carl, Jeremy, and Tramel. I got 2 collaborations on the come up right now, so be sure to tune in on Wednesday, June the 7th, as myself, Mims, and Rodney the Voice come together and we talk about our top 5 least favorite housewives, okay? Make sure you guys tune in because that is going to be a key. All right, make sure you guys tune in to that. And then the next week is on June the 4th. June 14th, I'm sorry, myself, Jamie, that's me, and Make It Make Sense, will be coming together to discuss the state of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're going to talk about what is going wrong with the show. What do we think would be a good suggestion to get it to where it needs to be again, and what do we miss about the Real Housewives of Atlanta? So that will be on June the 14th, which is like 2 Wednesdays from now. So make sure you guys tune in for that. So with that being said, you guys, that's pretty much it on what we got coming up. So let's go ahead and get into this video. Now, this particular Yes for the Mess is basically about the interview that Queen Shiba, darling, okay, she did an interview with Martell Holt. I'm very familiar with Queen Shiba's content. I've seen a couple of her Love and Marriage Transville reviews before, and I think I've shouted her out before. I think I said she was one of the people that I like because I love Queen Shiba. I love Chit Chat with Cutie. Love her. I love me some Caramel Real. I love her. Like she gets me. I love me some Caramel Real. And I also like Diana Rose. Those are my favorites. I love them. So with that being said, Queen Sheba did an interview with Martel Holt, and I finally took the time out to watch it, and I decided that I would watch it and take some notes, and just give my opinion on the things that was said in the interview, and then give a little bit at the very end. So what we're about to do is we're about to go ahead and get into our notes for this interview. So let me get my phone. Let me unlock my phone. So I ain't gonna talk about every little thing, but I'm gonna talk about some things that I feel like are key points for me. So one of the questions that Queen Sheba asked Martell involved whether or not he had like any siblings or not, because as long as I've been watching this show, I never known Martell to have any siblings. I've always assumed that he was the only child, which means that's probably why he's a narcissist and selfish as hell, because he used to be an only child and never had to share shit. He said that he got a younger brother and that he was filming some scenes with him. There's some upcoming scenes that he filmed with him for this season, and that the scenes involve him trying to get him into like being an entrepreneur. He's living a fast life, as he would say, and he wants to see him do much better than what he's doing. He also said that he got a sister that's maybe about a year younger than he is. So I'm guessing that Martell is the oldest. I could never, ever see myself having Martell Holt as an older brother. Never could ever see that. So another thing that was touched on was the fact that Martell is looking to change the narrative of Martell Holt on the show. He feels like for the last couple of years, we've been watching this show and we've been seeing the show and seeing him always in situations where he's angry, in situations where he's put to make himself, to make it look like he's a horrible person. But I feel like they can't make you look any kind of way, and it's not a narrative that production has created. You got your ass, your simple ass, in front of the camera, and you decided to act a damn fool. That's what you decided to do. And I never really cared for that. You know what I mean? Like, we always want to blame production and blame editors and stuff like that. And sometimes that could be a part of the issue. But didn't nobody tell Martell to get in front of the camera and act like a complete asshole towards Melody. You know what I mean? And everybody knows that she's not my favorite on this show. And yes, I said it. Okay, I said it. I'm going to always say it. However, he's an asshole, and he's always been an asshole to her, and it is really nothing that Mel could really do to make him look bad, because he does a good job at doing that on his own. And then when it comes down to what the misconception is about Martell Holt, he wants to sit up here and say that the misconception is that he's an asshole and that he's a mean person, when he's really not a bad person at all. But that's all you really give the people. Every time we see you, you on some narcissistic rant, you on some damn, caveman ass rant. You the type of person that think that all women should be barefoot, pregnant, and living like Wilma Flintstone. And that's just not the way it works out for most people. This is a new time. You think that all women are supposed to be submissive. Ain't nothing wrong with women being submissive. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a woman, being a stay-home mom, taking care of the house while the man goes out and pays all the bills and, bring the bread home. There's nothing wrong with a traditional marriage. Nothing wrong with that. But it becomes a problem when you do things like that and you feel like you got a right to do things like that because you are a person that pays all the bills, because you are someone that is the head of the household. Like, just because you're the head of the household and I am, the submissive one, does not mean that you have the right to go out and mess around with other women and do things that you want to do. No. We got to be equal in a relationship some type of way. And I feel like Martell is one of those men who don't think that women are equal. I feel like Martell believes that all women are supposed to shut up and shut the fuck up, do as I say, clean up, take care of the kids, and be and gone out about my face. That's the type of time I think he's on. And I think it's unfair, and it's really fucked up that he sees life that way. But Martell is a fucked up ass individual, and he showed that in his damn interview. Period. Okay. So then, when Martell said that he would marry himself, he started talking about speaking as if he's a woman, and he would want, the man to be, a protector, a provider, this or that, a man that's going to do this. Of course, you're going to say that you would marry yourself, Martell, because you're a narcissistic bitch. Yes, you will marry yourself because everything is about you and yourself. I'm just looking at it like this man has no clue as to the fact that he ain't shit. He ain't really got no clue at all. And it's just crazy to me how he can sit up here and say that he would marry himself, even with all the mistakes, even with all of the emotional baggage, the abusive behavior that he portrays and that he gives. He think that he's a good husband. You're not a good husband. You're not even a faithful person. So what are you talking about? Here he go in the interview. I ain't cheated in 3 years and I'm still getting this bad perception. I don't give a damn if you ain't cheated in a month. That's the perception that you get because you don't show any signs of growth. You don't show any signs of evolving. You still keep showing the same thing. If you wasn't showing the same thing, some people would probably give you the benefit of the doubt. But the fact is, we can't give you the benefit of the doubt because you keep on doing the same shit over and over again. And you only have yourself to blame for that bullshit. You keep on doing the same thing, the same damn thing over and over again. And you think that people are supposed to look at you in a different light. Ain't nobody gonna look at you in a different light when you constantly keep on trashing yourself and the mother of your damn kids. No one would have sympathy for you when you keep on doing it. You do that every time. And you show more respect for the woman that you fucked while you were married than you ever did for your own wife. That's the thing that's really startling to me, and I don't understand it. But we're gonna continue on. We're gonna continue on with my notes. We're gonna continue on with my notes, honey. Okay, so what else is new? What else is next? He asked. Queen Sheba had asked him, "Is sex important in a marriage?" And he was saying that sex is as important as the husband and wife makes it. So it's really not that important. But it's only important. What makes it important is the husband and wife. Like it doesn't matter if you're tired or not. You need to satisfy your mate. So obviously, it's important. Like he was sitting up here trying to give these little pageant boy answers and thinking that he can get away with it. But Queen Sheba was sitting up there letting him hang himself like all my clothes in that damn closet over there. That's what she was doing. And I was enjoying it. Like she was giving really nice, but scheming at the same time. Like I'm gonna make you expose yourself, nigga. You finna expose yourself. I enjoyed it. Like that girl is a great interviewer, and I already enjoy her content as is, but just watching her interview, because I didn't watch her interview with Melody. But however, I did want to watch her interview with Martell because everybody was talking about it. A lot of folks sent it to me. And I already enjoy her content anyways. But just looking at this interview, I'm like, oh girl. Because there was a time where I wanted to interview Martell myself. And I wanted to call him out on his shit. Like it was probably gonna be more of a roast than a damn interview on my end, because I had a lot to say about his muscle bound bitch ass. Like I really did. I had a whole lot of questions for him, but the team, but whatever. But I enjoyed the Queen Sheba was really doing the damn thing with the questions, and she was giving it to him. So he said, "Why didn't he marry Arya?" And he really couldn't give an answer to that. He didn't marry Ariana because he really don't want her. That's really what it is. And he thinks that a man is the head of every relationship. Yeah, because you're a caveman. Um, she asked him, out of all of the castmates on the show, who are the people that you like to film with the most? He said he'd rather film with the guys. And then he said there was like, well, what about if there was a time where you had to take somebody on a trip on the island? It's only you and one more person. Who would you take? He said Maurice. Then he also said that Maurice is the one who holds him accountable the most. I could see that. I mean, I do think that sometimes he allows you to be a dumbass, but he's a dumbass too. But however, I do feel like he is the one that holds you accountable the most, because Marcel don't he be down with the bullshit. Um, he was talking about positivity, and he feels like the fans enjoy the negativity versus the positivity. I think he has a point when it comes down to that, because when it comes down to reality TV, a lot of the times people be saying they want more positive images and they want this and they want that. But when we show more positivity, nobody wants to watch that. See, they like the drama. They're just like for me, like when I said, I'm gonna clean up. And now that I've started the process of cleaning myself up content wise, people are trying to call me boring now, because I'm not doing the absolute most as I once did as Mr. Still Standing. Now some people are trying to call it boring. I'll call it being more mature. You know what I mean? You can't be the same person for the rest of your life. Like you can have some of the same attributes, but you can show a little bit of growth and evolvement. That's what you can do. And sometimes people cannot take your growth and evolvement. You know what I mean? So that's just what I think. Let's see where we at. He claims that he and Sheree are cool. He said they never stopped being cool. They never really broke up because they were never really boyfriend and girlfriend. But then she was like, "So what was she then?" Then he was like, "Well, people focus too much on labels. Like we didn't have any labels. Like we enjoy each other's company. We like to spend time with each other. I take her out to dinner. We go walks in the park. Like that's the type of time that we on." But basically, but Sheree was sitting up here claiming you. She was the one saying that you was her man, you was her boyfriend and shit. She would claim you. So at the end of the day, she saw something that you just wasn't seeing at all. So you made her look like a goddamn fool. But Sheree looked like a goddamn fool anyway, because she is a fool. And she make herself look like a fool every time she opened up her mouth. You know what I mean? So this one nothing but a publicity stunt. You want to get on Housewives of Atlanta, and you want to flex. It wasn't the flex that you thought it was gonna be. Martell says he's not in love with Melody anymore. He's more so in love with what they had. That's fair. He says that they both veered off in the marriage, and it wasn't just on him. Like he just didn't jump out of the window. They both went their separate ways in the marriage. But Melody didn't cheat on you. You cheated on her, and you carried on with the 5 to 6 year affair and fucked around and had a damn baby during the affair. I mean, I'm just saying. But okay, Martell. Um, he says that, she asked Queen Shiba asked him about the roses that he sent Melody. He said that those roses were, and I'm sorry for putting her through whatever I put her through. You say you're sorry all the time, and then you turn around and do the same shit, and you wonder why she don't trust you, or wonder why she don't fuck with you and can't really co-parent with you because you always flipping the script. He talked about there was a motion that was revealing him to be an abusive father. And he said he never put his hands on his kids. But there are documents out there that states that he did put his hands on Tank. At least is what I've seen on different YouTube channels. I ain't saying it. They said it. I'm just repeating what I heard. He says that him and Mel are good, but I don't understand how they're good when they was just in court. They not good. I don't know what the hell this man be on, but he is deluded as fuck. Okay, like this man is absolutely delusional. When Queen Shiba asked him about the child support, he claims that he never asked for child support, but then turned around and admitted that he did ask for child support. Just kept on telling lies. He was getting agitated. I feel like he was getting agitated with Queen Shiba because he probably got agitated with my ass too. Because listen, I don't lie to my face. When I already seen the shit, and you gonna tell me that that's not what happened, bitch? Please sit down. She asked him about Belinda. He said that Belinda never kept his kids overnight. He said that Belinda was a friend of his. She only kept the kids while he went somewhere, and the place was 20 minutes away, so that's why she kept the kids. Okay. They started talking about the Carson Blue situation. He said that he felt like Melody should have called him about the situation instead of going live about it. And I agree with Queen Shiba when she said that's not on her. That's not on her at all. If anything, Carson said what she said. And why are you placing all of this on Melody when your hoe was the one who went and told that girl what you was intending on doing? Then after all that, he admitted that he sent her the screenshot of the sex video. And it's just like, well, what was the point of you doing that? You basically admitted that you did that and you had every intention on exposing it and claimed that he was bullied by Melody. The fuck is you being bullied by Melody for? If anything, you was the one being the damn bully to her. You've been bullying her for a mighty long time. Okay. She wanted to know, was Melody aware of the video? He said that she was. How would Carson know? Because Ariane told her. Then he says that Carson ain't gonna be on the show. She's trying to be on the show, but he don't want to be on the show. Then he starts defending Ariane, saying that he fought for her to be on the show. And then Queen Shiba was like, but why would she need to be on the show? He said to defend herself because we all were talking about her the entire show. So she need to get on and defend herself. But it's kind of like, you don't want Carson on the show. But you rallied to put Ariane on the show because you felt like she needed to defend herself. Defend herself from what, though? I mean, I've said on multiple occasions, and I'm not going to be on my high horse like I didn't say it, but I did say that shit, you may as well bring Ariane on the show. I'd be interested if you did. I definitely said it. And then, people got mad when I said it, but I was just thinking about the entertainment factor of it all. Like, we keep talking about it. So, but at the same time, it's like he was talking about, she needed to defend herself, but there's nothing to defend yourself against. You are a side chick and you own the fact that you were. So there's really nothing to defend. And the fact that he was defending her so hard, I ain't never heard him defend Melody like that ever, but he was really going up for Ariane. Is it really that good? She must have did things to you that Melody never could for you to be defending her the way that you are. Like, for real. She asked if the kids like Ariane, he didn't want to answer. What qualifies meeting your kids when it comes down to a woman? He really didn't have much answers to that, which was stupid. He doesn't want any more kids. He denies having sex. I heard that there was another child besides Ariana in the photo he got with Melody. Now, somebody on Twitter who follows me be airing his ass out all the time, and they actually said that, but that's another story. He said that he's not ashamed of Knox despite what people say. And then he said he doesn't want the kids on the show because Melody allegedly showed the kids a video of him on the show being in a hotel room with another woman. All I would say is this, and I told y'all I didn't talk about every damn thing, and this wasn't gonna be no long video. I just want to say bravo to Queen Shiba for this interview because she pretty much let him hang himself. Because that's what he did. He hung his own self up to dry. And she didn't really have to do anything. She did what needed to be done as an interviewer. And the thing that I don't like, not necessarily about her interview, but the thing that I don't like about people is that when you interview these people, and when you get done with it and you feel like you did a good job, they'll come at you and be like, oh, he didn't go in. Because I remember when I interviewed Wanda last year, I felt like I did the best job I could. Wanda was in a lot of controversy. She was getting a whole lot of hate at that time. And I wanted that interview and I wanted to speak with her. And I also wanted to hold her feet to the fire for some of the things that she did. And I felt like I did that. But then when you got people in the comments, you let her get away with stuff. You let her get away with stuff. You didn't hold her accountable. What the fuck? Yes, I did. What do you mean? They want you to go in. But then when you do that, they say you unprofessional. Let's not forget when Roasted Review decided, because T wanted to interview Mark Scott, I was totally against it. I did not want to do that interview at all. But we are a team. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I don't want to, but I'm going to do it. I did that interview, and I was the one that got drugged because people didn't like my energy. People didn't like me holding him to the cross. People said I came in all biased and shit. So you can't win when you do stuff like that. Not only was I getting dragged about my performance with the interview, because I was calling him out. I wasn't taking none of his shit in that interview. I really wasn't. But I got called out for that. And not only that, people were mad because we even gave him a platform to begin with. So it was kind of like, okay. But and there are some people that's probably mad at Queen Shiba for giving him the interview just based on her and what her channel represents. But what we got to understand is we are people that are media, so to speak. We're bloggers in air quotes. So we're going to interview people that are not necessarily the best people. I just look at this shit and I think about Gayle King and how she interviewed R. Kelly. And I think about Oprah who interviewed the KKK and things like that. This happens in media. People are going, and the thing about this is people be so mad about these interviews and they sit there and they tune in and it be the highest rated shit that you got. I don't get it at all. But I know, but I ain't mad with her for doing this. I mean, it is what it is. But I think that she did a great job with this interview. I enjoyed the interview. She asked all the right questions, in my opinion. I felt like she had to make him comfortable first in order for her to really get down to the nitty gritty. I enjoyed it. I think she did a good job. Real shit. Like, I think she did a good job. Like, I would love to see more interviews from her. Like, she did a good job. I don't care what nobody got to say about it. She did a great job. I know how she feels though. Like you're going to get, well, her being a woman and her being pretty much in the LAMH sector and, things of that nature, she was going to get some kind of backlash for interviewing him because he's hated around there. So people were going to probably give her a little bit of shit for interviewing him. I'm not even in that sector and I got shit for the whole Mark Scott thing. I don't even watch it. Like, that I look at old roaster review videos. That is one video I do not watch. I don't read I don't watch it, and because I don't want to look at that comment section because they ate me the fuck up for that. They ate me up, not T and Josiah. They ate me the fuck up about that, And I was like, I'm getting ate up and I ain't even want to do this shit. You feel what I'm saying? But it is what it is, though. But y'all, shout out to Queen Shiba, because I enjoyed that. And that's pretty much all I got on it. What y'all got to say down below? Because I enjoyed this interview. So with that being said, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. If you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, I'll see y'all for the next video, and I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye.